Hello everybody, and welcome to our new series, Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. A roguelike with a unique twist. Rather than battling against monsters and stuff, you're, repairing rocket ships. I played through this. Heck, I've beaten it. I thought it was a very interesting game, and I would like to play it on the channel. Now, as is always the case with any new series I start, if there's anything that's too loud or too quiet, please let me know down in the comment section below. I will do what I can to fix it. Can't promise anything, though. Anyways, let's go into a new run. And why not, I'll play the tutorial, just so you guys have an idea. Now then, this game has two modes. Frantic Fixing, for players who thrive under pressure, or under time pressure. Yeah, that ain't me. Time limits on days, default job difficulty, unlimited jobs per day, so long as you can get them done in time, customer mood dependent on speed of work. Even if you are somebody who thrives under a time pressure, I would highly recommend starting with Focused Fixing, just until you have an idea on what you're doing. There's no daytime limit, but you only get 3 jobs per day. The jobs are harder, mistakes are more heavily punished, but you also get paid a lot more per job. So, I'm gonna be sticking with this. Oh, let's wake up. Hey, you must be the new guy, eh? I'll introduce myself later, but right now you should speak to the boss. He's here for your induction. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. He's on your left over there. I'll meet you back here when you're done. Alrighty then. And this is our boss. Hello, valued devotee. Thank you for choosing Uncle Pork Chops as your corporate benefactor. Huh. You're not quite what I expected. Congratulations on becoming the new proprietor of Little Mesa's Rocket Shop, TM. I'm required to ask if you have read and consent to the contract. No. This is just a formality. Your presence here is sufficient consent to the contract. You are expected to pay regular RENT payments as restitution for your new designation. You have 2 days to get yourself up and running, with the help of that idiot Druce. After that, your first rent will be due in 4 days, and it'll be 280. I'll see you then. Let's hope our next conversation is a fruitful one. Okay. Well, let's go talk to this Druce guy. Sorry, that was a bit rushed back there. He's a bit of a scary fellow, the boss, isn't he? As long as you follow what he says, you'll do okay. Oh, and if you're wondering why I might sound a little weird, my allergies have hit. Which really sucks. Because it means I gotta limit how much I record in a day. Yay. As long as you follow what he says, you'll do okay. My name's Druce. I run the cafe. Pleasure to meet you. I'll be showing you around and getting you up and running, but first we have some other, business to attend to. A tradition, if you like. In the event an Uncle Chop's mechanic, dies, it falls to their successor to, inter their corpse. Sorry, this death stuff all freaks me out a bit. I left the, body in the basement of your new house. You should go get it, him, and come back here. Yep, there he is. Christ, I think I'm gonna... We gotta get rid of him. Just bung him in the capsule you arrived in and we'll shoot him off into space. I couldn't look at him for a second longer. Alrighty then. Apparently his name was Phil. Wait. That book. I recognize it. I think it's important. You should take it before you jettison him. Sure. And with this, we have acquired. Come on. Any minute now. Weird, some text was supposed to pop up. I remember that book. It'll contain all the information you need to do your job. I would get intimately familiar with it if I were you. Oh, trust me, I have. Now get rid of that body. There's a control panel on the side of the capsule there. Guess they didn't have the budget for a takeoff animation. Yeah, F that dick. Now, last thing to do before bed is get the power onto your new abode. Follow me. Let me check something. Let's turn this off for the moment, because there is an achievement I can get. You need to refill the fuel tank your house uses. Don't worry, it's pretty simple stuff. I'll be here the whole time. Your new book will be more help than me anyway. Take out that tank and I'll show... then I'll show you to your workshop. Now then, the book. Drag the book out here to the inventory. We can right-click to enlarge it, click to turn the page. Yeah, tabs on the top. Head to here, and this will show you how to take care of it. Let's see, reliable home power. Yeah, gotta pull this down, which is... Let's see. This, and we may as well... Oh. You remove the fuel tank? Nice. Right, follow me to the workshop. Supposed to be an achievement for getting that wrong, but... Yeah, you know what, I'm not too focused on that. See, we'll just use the tool assist. Replaces tools with electric tools, so no repetitive hand movement is required for use. Good for those of you who have carpal tunnel syndrome. These electric tools are slower than their respective station management upgrades. Yes! We'll get into that later. Oh, I forgot about this. Got out a bunch of junk and got a new machine, but I didn't get around to unpacking it. This crate contains a refuel station. Just unpack it and then we can continue. Alright. Fuel tank that was in your house is shot. You can just bin it in and buy a new one from Meatball's shop. Don't worry, I'm buying. And this is where we're gonna buy all the parts that we need to dispose of, or to repair things. I will note, if you're doing mouse and keyboard for this, which I recommend, number one gets your tool cabinet out. You got your screwdriver, you got your wrench. The most of the rest of these you're not really gonna be using, especially the string with one exception. Number three gets the bin. Toss that in there. Now, normally this would cost money. I mean, obviously, but like Drew said, he's buying. Great, now just refill at the refuel station. All the instructions for that thing are in your book. Oh, and be careful about overfilling. It fills up fast, and if you break the canister, you'll have to grab another. Now then, for this one, we want to go to here, and yeah. You basically want to get it as full as possible. So, toss the tank in there, lift this up. If you need to use different fuel, you gotta lift this up and then switch it around. I've never actually seen a ship that requires this fuel. It's usually only been this one or this one. And it was, yeah, like he says, it starts out slow, but it fills up quickly. You want to be careful or you'll break it, which means having to buy another one. Sick. Let's go back to your house, pop in the new tank, and close everything up. Actually, now that I think about it, I might still be able to get that achievement. Gotta at least try. If I don't get it on this, oh well. Now then, we basically have to do everything in reverse. Pop it in, slide this up. Use mouse wheel to toggle the wrench. Yeah. No, it's not letting me do this. Yeah, I'm not sure how you're supposed to do it wrong. Slide that up, and then we are good to go. Nice work. Phew, glad that's over with. You should go to bed. Big day tomorrow, and you need your rest. Yep, let's go to sleep. Oh, that dried. Morning. Hope you slept all right. Now let me show you the rest of the station. Lots of stuff to do today. Follow me. Christ, there's a bunch of effers in here already. Well, this is the cafe, my domain. I'm who keeps your customers happy while they're waiting for you to sort their ships out. So do your best to keep me happy, eh? Nah, I'm just kidding. Feel free to have a coffee whenever you fancy. And let me show you where you clock in. Clock in here at the beginning of every day. You can't start work until you do. That's the boss's rule. Clock in now and we'll move on. Alright. Grab the time card, punch it in, put it in there. Onwards. Calling customers from this phone booth here. There'll always be a couple of customers waiting. Some jobs will be easier, some will be harder. Generally, you get more money for harder jobs, but they might take you longer. Alright, select a job. It's training day, so there will only be the one. Tutorial, Junkist, unknown client, broken modules, oil. Let's see, fluid station and honk pancake stacker. Yeah, we'll get into that later when it becomes a thing. And there's also a checklist that pops out about what you gotta do with the job. What? Juice? But how? I am more powerful than you could ever imagine. Fear me. Now fix my effing ship. When you're done, go ring the bell next to the phone. I'll tell you how you did and how much money you've earned. Did you grab the checklist that the phone printed out? Yes. Okay, great. It'll tell you roughly what needs doing for a particular job so you can keep track. Oh, and there's a new machine in your workshop that needs unpacking. It's important for this job. Now get going. Now use up and down to... Oh, jeez. It is going to be an adjustment. Going from an end game to a new game. Alright, navigate to there. It won't go away until I do this. That's page 2. Familiarize yourself. Yes, I know. Yes, I know it's important. I already know all this. Diagnose the issue. Yeah, I can do that just fine on my own. Correct the issue. Alright, well, first things first, we gotta get the screwdriver and unscrew this. When it comes to the oil, you want to drop the temperature of the heatsink, like it says here. Ensure excess heat is released before attaching a fuel canister. Technically, dumping a fluid in, not a problem. It's when you try to extract it, if the heat's not down, that it causes a problem. It basically destroys the the canister. Alright, we have to Meatball Shop. Now, technically speaking, we don't really need to use the canister, but the other item we could use isn't available right now. Now, let's unpack the fluid station. We're just going to put it right here. Take the canister, fill it with oil. Put it up here, because that's the intake, and adjust it. You want it at the right at the middle, not anywhere else. Now, again, never seen it, but sometimes you'll find that these are not wired up. I would highly recommend making sure it is. Alright, well, oh, nope. One thing we forgot. We gotta close this up. Any mistakes made during this will come out of your pay. And leaving stuff open, well, yeah. And we only got 20 for that. But don't worry. We'll be making lots of money when the time is right. Nice, you nailed it. Now is when the happy customer will leave, so I'm gonna go and move my ship. That's all for your induction. Don't forget to clock out. I'll catch you tomorrow for your first day. Yeah, we're not allowed to keep going on this. Training day over. Your first rent payment will be $280 and it's due in 3 days. See you then. Let's hope our next conversation is a fruitful one. What's this? Meet me on the landing pad, cordially, Druce. Aha, this isn't Druce. You have been thoroughly deceived. I've received a modest quantity of money in exchange for your life. I hold no ill will towards yourself. This is strictly business. Thank you for your understanding. Oh, I have a calling card. Could you just pop this in your pocket? Actually, you know what? I'll just do it afterwards. Bye? And we're dead. But that is just to explain how the roguelite part of this works. Oh, good. You're here. I was afraid this wouldn't work. You must be wondering where you are, Wilbur. It's been a long time since someone passed through here. Just to be clear, you did die, you know. Forgive me, but it was necessary. I sensed something different about you. I wouldn't do this for just anyone. I see great potential in you. Right. Brace yourself. Whoa! Go through here. We'll recognize where you are. You got this. Make me proud. Okay. Grim Reaper's a nice guy. And we are back on day 1. Yes, rent payment, blah blah blah. Morning, Wilbur. Let me just say, the day may look the same, but it feels different. I'm telling you, today is your day. You dig? Right. Alright, well, let's clock in. Day 1. 2 days until rent. Fuel, huh? A refuel job. These don't really pay all that well, but we don't have much of a choice but to take them. Also, you don't have to take the to-do list if you don't want to. Uploading. Submitting defect list. Correction required. Please advise. Alright, now, before we do anything, we want to walk back and forth across this to set something up. Keep the noise down, would you? Trust me. So damn loud. Hey, I don't know who you are up there. Come back here tonight. I want to talk. Sounds good to me. Now then, there's a bunch of different modules on here. We're not messing with those. It's just the fuel that's the problem. Now I wonder... No, probably not going to activate yet. There is something we can find under these panels. Oh, speaking of which, pay attention to what type of fuel they want. But for this one, lift up the panels. Nope, I want the wrench, not the screwdriver. These things are slow. And because they aren't broken, we can actually make use of them. Just pump them full of fuel. Specifically the electric kind. Yeah, as soon as you see that flash of white, lift the lever, because it won't go back up on its own. Oh yeah, something I didn't go over. We've got storage here. We only got the one right now, but ignore this. You can fit as much as you can physically get in there. We can unlock more later on, but for now, that's all we got. Get everything closed back up, otherwise the customer ain't gonna be happy. And like I said, these refueling jobs pay little enough as is. Alright, job's done. Yeah, 32 bucks. And that's with the accolade of the perfect fill. Technically, you don't even have to get the perfect fill, you just gotta get it above half. But still, money's money. And yeah, the customers will tip you. Hey, get out of here. No. Not gonna go for that. We're gonna go for the identification module. Now, there are some things that I'm gonna have to refer to just because they're minor details. Good day, sir. Please rehabilitate my sickly star wagon. Right. Anyways, let's get these bolts undone, and we are gonna have to pull these out. Alright, well, the bulb on this one's broken. We pitched that. That one... I accidentally binned that. Which is 10... which is 10 that... 10 rent I'm not getting. Anyways, these light bulbs. You can use those to carry fluids, same as you would the canister, and they are slightly cheaper. Anyways, as I was going to say, it's got more than enough, but anyways, put the bulb in, press the button, flashes in place. Then, we gotta take pictures and make sure that it is focused. Alright. Let's get rid of the picture. I'm gonna go 2 at a time because yep, there we go. Perfect. We'll just close everything back up. I cannot wait until I can upgrade these. Alright. Slightly better pay than the refueling job. We'll eventually get the ability to get rid of... well, alright, stingy bastard. To get rid of the refueling jobs altogether, though there are some other things I might want to get first. I could go for the mystery. Yeah, why not? Is this what I think it is? Ah, yes, this horrific monstrosity. You may find value in the wares I possess, but I require something valuable in return, something that cannot be replenished. Time is what I desire. Tell me, are you prepared to relinquish time for material gain? Yeah, sure. Well, let's look over your options. First, Surprise Workshop module. I'd require 1 job time slot. How does that sound? Sure. The next one's gonna cost 2 and we don't have 2, so yeah. Excellent. Let's see what's next. Second, some currency. 45 to require... no, you don't have time for that. That is all for now. I'll linger no longer. Alrighty then. Huh. Where's my... I'll probably get it tomorrow. This guy! Look. Who I am isn't important, but I live here in this hole. You're gonna be up here making so much damn noise, well, we're gonna have a problem, ain't we? Now, the last guy, we came to an understanding. Business understanding. He still did his usual thing, but would also procure certain items I had a particular yearning for. It's amazing how it changed the noise. They went from annoying to exciting. What you say? Sure, I'm in. Right. Well, let's start you off with a test. An associate of mine will come for some work. I'll mark his job on your list. Give me the contents of his safe. You can find me here at night. Alright. Works for me. Alright, time to clock out. Hey, got word from the boss that you've been granted management privileges on the station terminals. There's one in your room and one in the workshop. I'd suggest ordering a cartridge encoder. You'll need it for a whole bunch of different jobs. Yeah, and his suggestion is to be taken seriously. Of course, that also depends. It got me the welder. So there are 4 different things you can get here. It's always the same. There's the pancake maker, the cartridge encoder, gumball machine, and the welder. While it can be nice to have the welder early on to save you a bit of cash, it's not something you really need this early. Now, tools. I made the mistake early on of thinking, I've already got the electric tools from the accessibility option, having not read it fully. These things are way better. They are way faster. Unfortunately, it might be a little out of our reach to get them right now. Now, as Drew suggested, I'm gonna get the cartridge encoder. And I may as well get the honk pen. No, wait, I can't. Because I don't have the space for it. I need to expand my workshop. I've only got the 1 slot. So I can't even use the welder. And the encoder is far more important. Well, that didn't sound good. Holy F, did you hear that? Oh, Christ. You think he's okay? He doesn't look it. I gotta clean up this mess. It looks like you're stuck fixing up that ship. Grab the hose next to the bell and put this shit out. Oh, and make sure you clock in first. The only thing worse than cleaning up this mess is doing it unpaid. Yeah. I'm just gonna say this right now. Your first job slot, every run on day 2 is gonna be taken up by this. With 1 exception, but that's more for tutorials. Anyways, grab the hose, put out the fire, because fires on a ship will damage modules. Which means more work for you. Work that you likely aren't going to be getting paid for. Anyways, we put out the fires. Now we gotta fix the oil. Alright. Heat sink's fine. But there's no pump. Alright, fine. Grab a pump, and then we're also going to grab 2 small bulbs. Nope. I want the encoder. Alright. We're going to fill one of these bulbs with cleaner. And we're going to fill the other with oil, because sometimes there's this crud inside the oil. You can't really see it because there's no fluid in it. But it's always a good idea, if it's empty and you can't see anything, to toss some cleaner in there, just to make sure. Because if you don't, and it turns out there's crud in there, and you toss the oil in, then the oil's going to be dirty, and then you gotta take that out, go back to the fluid machine, dump it out, get some cleaner, etc., etc. Better to save yourself some time. And just do it preemptively. Alright, job's done. I forgot how little you get paid early on. You did a good job here. Uncle will be impressed. I'll get rid of the ship. Hold the fort whilst I'm gone, would you? And he just tipped us not with a rent, but with another form of currency. Currency that will be important to us. Ah, a thief's initiation. We want to take this one. Not that we wouldn't be taking it over the refuel job anyway. Now, on some ships, you'll see this little marking that'll let you enter the ship. And sometimes you'll have a safe that you can crack. We want to go slowly towards clockwise first until we hear a click. And even if you can't hear it, there'll be a visual indication. Yep, there it is. Then we want to go counterclockwise slowly. And then clockwise. And then we want to turn the dial to the left, and bam, we get a card. These cards are very valuable, and if you have the ability to get them, get them. That being said, sometimes you will find cards hidden in certain modules. I've only ever found them in the fuel module, like in this area, or in the or in the toilet module, which we haven't seen yet. Ugh, I hate having to do these recordings with my allergies, because for those of you who know, my allergies usually entail a lot of coughing due to a sore throat. Anyways, let's complete the job as is. And while I'm at it, I'm going to toss these two into storage so they're not taking up inventory space. And once the day is done, we can turn in this card for our reward. See what I mean? That's fine. What we get will more than make up for that. Keep your hand on the lever. You know what? Let's check this one. Yeah, I didn't think so. It probably won't start populating those things until, you know, we get the, until we finish this quest. Come on, get out of here. We got the mystery, which will probably be that horrific thing again. It can also be a present that gives you a bunch of stuff, but I think I'm gonna go for this. I need to keep earning more money. You look like you need a hug, buddy. Yeah, I could use one. Aw, here you go. Aw, some of them are pretty sweet. Alright, we got identification to take care of. And I can definitely tell already that there is no bowl. Or at the very least, it's in the wrong position. Nope, there's just no bowl, period, and no ink cartridge either. Well, while we're at it, let's take care of the fuel as well. Alright, missing an entire canister. You know, some of these things, some of these ships come in in such a broken manner. It's like, how the heck did you even get here without dying? Alright. Like, it is especially evident, like, later on, when we get some of the more complex jobs. Like, how? Just how did you make it? Right. Hit the slider first. Alright, now to take care of this. Let's not toss the cartridge in the bin. Well, neither are in focus, so I need to go in two directions. The problem is it's in the center. So if both are out of focus, you need to go 2 to 3 directions, or 3 notches in one direction. If the background is focused and the inside is not right, you need to go 4 to 6 notches in one direction. So we went completely the wrong way. Not quite there. There we go. Should be more than sufficient. I promise some of the jobs do get more interesting as we get into more complex things, like reactors. Alright, that's day 2 over. Hey, look at that. You should be proud. You go call someone and let them know how well you did. Yeah, some of these guys can be real sweet. Now then, that card we got. Toss it in here. We talk to him. Yep, that's effing it. Here. And we get a bunch of money out of it. Once we start getting some other things, we can start getting the other... It's hard to explain when we haven't unlocked it yet. Though we should be unlocking it tonight. Grump Truffle. Slap your opponent's Grundle. Now then, we do have some extra money to work with. I'm thinking we get the electric screwdriver and the electric wrench. Because we'll be getting more than enough to pay our rent on the job day. No, that would be too much. But having those tools will be a boon for us. Anyways, let's clock out. Hello, friend. Oh, you don't remember me. You will. You will. Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm sure that's nothing important. Hey, Wilbur. Big moment. There's someone who I think you should meet. He's a big deal. Nearly as big a deal as me. Wink. He's powerful, and he'll make you more powerful, too. He goes by Kyle. Find him, enter the fridge in the basement. He's been through a lot, so be kind to him, would you? Oh, and take these. He'll appreciate them. A new friend. Friends are a blessing. Friends buy wares. You have omens, yes? Yes. Friends buy wares. This is the meta progression. This is how we are going to power up, so to speak. This is the thing that I really want. On specific days, you will get meteors raining down on the workshop. Without this, the ships you're working on will get hit and they'll burst into flames. Let me tell you, it is a massive, I mean massive pain in the ass to try and work on a ship while meteors are raining down. It only happens twice, but it can be a big problem. But yeah, this is going to be our meta progression. There are some things that are locked until we do something. I honestly never figured out what. But yeah, this is the one I would prioritize. You can make it so that refueling jobs never show up again. We can extend the workday at the cost of coins. That's basically, yeah, floodlights, as it says. Moods will tick down 25% slower than normal. This is probably going to be one of the last things I get because that's for frantic mode only, and I have no intention of changing that. There's an auto repair storage. Each night, one broken item left in the storage will be repaired. It is completely random. This is something we're going to want to get for something way later on, but it is expensive. Temporal storage. This is also going to be very useful to us, but again, expensive. Items placed in the storage will remain across runs. Abandoning a run, in other words, you go to the main menu and you just say, yeah, I'm done with this run. We'll destroy stored items. Wilbur's running shoes and slightly increase Wilbur's running speed. Ship field momentum. Increases speed at which ships land and take off. Very useful for frantic mode. I mean, it's going to be useful for us just because, you know, recording and all that. But, yeah. Let's see. Ship pit speed increase. Increases the speed at which ship's pit raises and lowers. Again, if you're on frantic, that's useful. I am going to get that, but not right now. But, yeah. Let's see. Puppy eyes. Yeah, it reduces the cost of breaking things. Desperation day. On rent days, fixes are worth 10% more. Shop sale, a random selection of items will go on sale each day. Usually it's just one item, and more often than not, it's never the one you need. See, extra job, generate an extra job to choose from. Forbid refuel. Again, that you might be tempted to go for that first, and it is very tempting to go for it first, but this is far better in the long run. Reroll jobs one time per rent cycle. That is not per day, that is per set of days leading up to paying off your rent. And additional storage, gain additional storage layer. There is also a couple of upgrades that let you start with the upgraded wrench and screwdriver, but those aren't available to us yet. But anyways, with that, I think I'll end this episode of Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications when I upload, and please leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.